goes one ear and right out the other. Take your best shot, gonna kick you in the mother. It goes one. How's it going, cunts? It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for another Feminist Fundraiser Friday, a hashtag FemFunFry. That works, right? That's good marketing. Now today we're going to be looking at a Kickstarter that absolutely captivated me within the first second of reading the title. It's called Afterbirth, a Black Feminist Horror Comedy. Think Rosemary's Baby meets Cabin in the Woods meets Living Single and a Different World. The result is Afterbirth. Now I'm not Tarantino or anything, but I did spend a decent amount of time studying filmmaking and script writing and all that jazz. And I gotta say, if your pitch for a movie is basically, oh, it's just a bunch of these other movies that clash thematically and in genres, then it tells me that you're just incredibly indecisive. You just don't know what your movie is. Guys, I'd like to take this opportunity to announce that I'm starting a new Kickstarter project. It's a film that I've been trying to get off the ground for a while. It's called Cancermancer, an anti-feminist Puerto Rican horror comedy, documentary, musical, biography film. You know, it's good because the more genres a film has, the better it is. It's kind of the classic, when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody kind of thing. It's just a bunch of different genres made to appeal to everybody, but in the end, it's probably just gonna be absolute shit. Now, the more you read into this project, the more it's clear that they have no idea what this film even is. Afterbirth is the story of Erica, a recent college grad who, after starting her new independent life, wakes up after an accident to find she now has a 5-year-old daughter. It's not as serious as it sounds. Afterbirth is a fun comedy that features an all-black cast. When's the last time you saw that in a horror film? When's the last time I saw fun comedy in a horror film? Oh, I don't know, maybe the last time I saw fun comedy in a horror film was probably around the same time I saw vivid and gratuitous gore in a Pixar film. The joke is that I've never seen that because they're inherently contradictory. How are you gonna have wacky, fun antics in a horror film and still keep it a horror film? At some point it'll just become a parody movie like Scary Movie or some shit. Afterbirth is an anomaly in the horror film world. It will probably be one of the very few horror shorts at the festivals that features a non-white cast. Diversity matters. How you could end one sentence bragging about how your film only features one race and then begin the next one claiming diversity matters is pretty fucking astounding. I like that it's not even convinced of its own uniqueness. Like, it says it's probably one of the only films to feature a non-white cast. It's probably unique. This film combines 90s black sitcoms with horror film tropes, a very unique combination that reveals potential for new and original ideas. See, now it's a fucking sitcom, and not even only a sitcom. It's a black sitcom from the 90s. Now, some of you might be wondering why we haven't already gotten into the Kickstarter video, because there's clearly a video. So Chris, why aren't you doing the video yet? Well, we've got a very interesting scenario here, because the video for the Kickstarter is actually the film itself. Afterbirth is a completed project, edited and ready to go. All we need is the funds to submit it to film festivals. The movie is actually finished. It's completely edited and completely finalized. So what we're about to see is something that these people actually think is film festival ready. So buckle up, because we've got a long, tonally confusing ride ahead of us. It's Afterbirth time. That's gonna be my new slogan. Chris Raygun, it's Afterbirth time! So we begin with a poorly framed shot of the main character's family taking photos with absolutely no establishing shots. If it wasn't for the fact that Manhattan is listed on the Kickstarter page itself, we'd probably have no way of knowing where this takes place.
Sweetheart, your father would have loved to have seen this day. He would have been so proud of you. You and your brother. Yeah, he would have. I'm gonna sing to you a song that they sang on my graduation. No, I don't think Young, gifted, and black.
You know what? I actually believe that that's the girl's actual mother. She probably said, oh, I'll be in your fucking stupid movie as long as I can have a singing scene. And you know, to be fair, she's got a pretty good voice, so I can't really knock it too hard. I can't be an absolute cunt all the time, guys.
It's embarrassing her. You gotta just show something. Mom, do you see that? See what?
Hey, babe!
Wow, that tonal shift is amazing. It goes from lighthearted family comedy to horrendous horror film, and it gets instantaneously dragged back into 90s sitcom mode. Man, the tonal consistency in this film is absolutely pristine. Excuse me. sorry. Was that jarring? Was that a jarring shift in tone? I didn't think so. It's fucking filmmaking. So Erica's boyfriend, her name's Erica by the way, fuck you, takes her to a restaurant where the audio is still terrible and the dialogue is even worse.
All the time, every day.
Wait, what? I said, are you excited?
Erica is so excited, isn't that right, babe? She can't wait to start working at my dad's actor.
The male character is speaking for his girlfriend in a completely obnoxious way. I guess this is where the feminism angle comes in. So then she breaks up with him at the table in front of all of their mutual friends and just kind of leaves? Anyway, the breakup is done just about as poorly as you'd expect, but I noticed something that it really fucking blew my mind when I watched it. Keep in mind, they want to submit this to film festivals. I'm pretty sure they're using stock sitcom audience laughter sound effects in random places throughout the movie. But the volume of it is actually really, really low, so it's like barely audible, but listen to these two scenes and tell me if you hear stock audience laughter. It's there, right? Do you guys hear it? Or am I just going crazy? Why would you put audience laughter in a movie? This fucking blows my mind. Tribeca, Cannes, Sundance. Put this shit in every film festival you can possibly imagine. It's gonna take home the gold in all of them.
Mom, hi, I was just about to call you back. I promise, I literally just walked in.
Oh, better watch out. That completely ordinary door frame is looking mighty suspicious.
What the hell?
Oh my god, somebody turned a baby inside out and left it on your kitchen floor for absolutely no justifiable reason. Look, I don't care what kind of horror movie you're writing, but if one of your main plot points revolves around the fact that there's a carefully placed placenta in the middle of the floor of your kitchen, it's probably gonna be a shit movie. There's no amount of good writing that can turn something that dumb into a good story. It's just stupid. So of course she takes a fucking photograph of it immediately, no reaction other than a half-hearted what the hell. It looks like Afterbirth. Fresh too. Hate to break it to you, but that looks like fresh Afterbirth. What? How would I know? How would I know what fresh Afterbirth looks like? Don't worry about it. This is just something that I just know. This is something that everybody knows. I know what fresh Afterbirth looks like. I practically bathe in it every day. And then literally out of nowhere, just a scream, just disembodied for absolutely no reason. Oh no, wait, I know the reason, because they keep remembering they're trying to make a horror film. It's a scream because it's a horror film, and screams are scary. Film festival material, guys. Film festival material. Oh, and let's not forget the mandatory demonic whisper sounds. Now I just want to acknowledge, look guys, I know I'm being super harsh on this film, I know I'm being really, really hard on it, but look, I studied this shit. I've made my own short films, and all of them are better than this movie. And even all of those short films that I wrote and directed are fucking terrible. They're like the worst things on the planet. I would never even dream of putting them out on the internet for free, let alone asking other people for money to help put it in fucking film festivals. KO. Just the nerve to ask other people for $300 and to actually get funded for it, by the way. Like, this project is actually funded. Fucking unbelievable. But just to have the gall to ask other people for $300 to promote your shitty film in film festivals that it most certainly will be the worst one at? Don't do that. Don't do that!
We can take the placenta and send it to forensics. When people look out, I'll let you know. That's about all we can do about that.
Oh geez, thank goodness. Thank goodness for Officer Police. I mean, that's his name, right? It's written where usually a name tag or a badge would be. So I'm just going to assume his name is fucking Officer Police. Kevin Police at your service. So then a little girl pushes her down the stairs and she wakes up in a hospital where, again, the audio is garbage. Where the little girl has convinced her family that she's her daughter, but it's actually kind of obviously a fucking demon.
Who's this? Erica, you know who that is.
Guys, I honestly don't know what to make of this face. That is not the face of a demon child. That is the face of a rapist. Like, that's a frightening expression, but it's not frightening for the reason I think the director and writer wanted it to be. That is a Class A Jared Fogle look right there. And I'm also relatively confident that that's just a teenager dressed as a little girl sitting on her knees or something. That simply just doesn't look like a child.
Now, the police say that there was an empty bottle of wine at the bottom of the stairs.
I had a sip of wine.
Nyla is your daughter. She's 5 years old.
I don't know about you, but I love jump cuts in my films, especially when they're jump cutting to the same shot. Hello? What? No, the film's totally ready. It's fucking pristine. Oh, what about the jump cuts? Oh, don't worry. It's a style. It's a style choice. We'll say it's a style choice. So she goes to her ex's house to talk about the kid thing because it's apparently their kid or something.
That's what I need to talk to you about. Listen, something really messed up is going on here. Me and you don't have a daughter, Dom. Now, I don't know how that thing got into my life and tricked everybody,
I heard about your accident. Your mother said you might have some memory issues.
That thing is some sort of monster that's making everybody think it's my daughter.
Erica, look, you're just having anxiety about being a good mother.
Nice dubbing there. I almost couldn't tell that you recorded that in GarageBand after the fact and dubbed it over the scene because the audio you got during your filming was absolute shit. Good. Good. Film festival ready. A+.
Erica, stop!
Fake! And this one is really fake.
So she meets with a priest who says absolutely nothing to get holy water for the kid.
I have a demon.
By the way, I skipped over a lot of shit. There's no comedy whatsoever in this movie. The last joke, I guess, was like the breakup at the restaurant. I think that was supposed to be funny because they bookended that scene with laughter from an audience. But that's the closest we've gotten to comedy so far, and we're 10 minutes into the fucking movie.
How's church, Mommy?
What are you?
Compromise.
Why are you doing this?
Daddy wanted a baby.
What are you talking about?
Daddy went to visit a witch doctor so that you would get pregnant and couldn't leave him.
Yeah, Daddy went to a witch doctor. You know, they're a dime a dozen in New York. I can't go one fucking day without bumping into those goddamn witch doctors, man! And it's like 50 times worse during the fucking witch doctor parade. Oh, that shit's the worst. Traffic for days. Now you guys have to be aware that this happens over the course of a single day, so she broke up with him in like the morning or the afternoon, and by nighttime, there was a placenta on her fucking floor. Which means, I guess he found a witch doctor in a matter of hours in Manhattan? Like, what the actual fuck? Okay, so he goes to a witch doctor to spawn a child so that she couldn't break up with him, she'd be locked into a marriage because they now have a kid. Fuck it, that's stupid, whatever, but what really bugs me is this. So he's got a checklist of supernatural things he needs to do to summon a child or make his girlfriend pregnant or whatever the fuck. Now I can't read it because it's written in millennial handwriting, but one of the steps is he needs menstrual blood. And I shit you not, this is what he does and says.
How would they know the difference?
Dude! It's a fucking witch doctor, man! This is the fucking supernatural you're dealing with here. This isn't like a Target employee who's gonna take your returned Xbox One that's filled with sand and say, oh, this feels just about as heavy as an Xbox One. It's fucking supernatural shit. Oh, how would they even know the difference? Well, you just think Beelzebub's just gonna be like, it's close enough. So she goes to the church with an axe, tries to kill the kid, but the guy shows up, explains everything to her, and fucking, I guess she kills the man, because after all, this is a feminist film. And this is the best murder scene I think I've seen in anything ever.
Kill it. Kill the little... No, just do it now. What are you...
So in true feminist fashion, the film ends with the woman making a deal with a demon so she can be successful at her job without actually putting the hard work in. So all in all, I guess it's pretty accurate. Anyway guys, thanks for suffering through this with me. I really appreciate it. I know this isn't typically what I normally do, but the series is called Feminist Fundraiser Friday, and occasionally we're going to run into some Feminist Fundraiser Fridays that have to do with feminist movies that are trying to be funded on Kickstarter, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of make fun of them. They are still Kickstarters after all. Next episode is probably going to be a lot shorter than this, unless of course you liked it, in which case I'll gladly do more of these. But next week is probably going to be more standard, more like traditional Kickstarter video kind of stuff, not a film. I'm gonna try and avoid films for a while because this is a long fucking video. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Remember to support Cancermancer on Kickstarter, my Puerto Rican anti-feminist musical documentary historical fiction. So I guess I should mention this episode of Feminist Fundraiser Friday is sponsored by Burger King's Chicken Fries. They're doing a special promotion right now where if you order 17 orders of 9-piece chicken fries, hashtag kill yourself, you get a free classic Game Boy with every order. It's a brilliant deal. Be sure to go to Wendy's.com for more information, and I'll see you next time. Put a Game Boy in a container of empty chicken fries. You're so fucking funny, dude. I don't understand why more people don't like you. You're so fucking funny.